everybody, and welcome to another episode of Talk Transformers, where we talk about what's happening in the world of Transformers, both official, third party, and a little bit on the side of knockoffs. Now, I recently put up a post on my Facebook page what you would like me to talk about in this episode and what I should cover, what is relevant. Starting off, we're going to talk about production quality and how good a toy is. Recently, I've received the Power of the Primes Wave 1, all bar the leader figures, and they are okay. Unfortunately, that is it. They are literally just okay. There's nothing mind-blowing about them. Now, I know they are aimed at children. That's what people have to understand. These are meant to be fun toys for kids. But that being said, I have seen numerous posts of people transforming these figures, following the 6 steps or whatever they take, and they're snapping. They're just not built to withstand play. I mean, we're trying to follow a set of instructions, and visually we should be able to do it quite easily. And kids are going to bring them to us. I know my son will bring me his Transformers and ask me to transform them for him at least the first couple of times. And we should be able to do that. Now, if these figures are breaking when adults and parents are transforming them for their children, for example, then what hope do the kids have of getting any play value out of these Hasbro products? That being said, look at how far third-party items have come. The production quality on those has skyrocketed. They are built to withstand natural disasters. I mean, I have had shelves fall down and third-party figures just sit there on the floor laughing at all the broken Hasbro products. They are getting better and better, but that being said, they are aimed at that much higher age bracket. And then we come on to knockoff figures. Now, it's a very murky line as to what represents a third party and what represents a knockoff. People are saying no, third parties are definitely not knockoffs. Some people are saying third parties are knockoffs. Now, a knockoff, I believe, by definition, is something that tries to replicate something or pretends to be something else when it isn't. The third parties aren't really doing that, although they are encroaching on the IP of these initial Transformer characters. But you get people like Wei Zhang, Kuben Bao, Robot Hero. They are knockoffs. They are taking a Hasbro Takara product and they're replicating it, but at the same time they are improving these products. Take MPP-10, for example, or the M01, the Wei Zhang Evasion Optimus Prime. I recently got a chance to review their NE01, their Megatron. That's a fantastic figure. They have come on leaps and bounds, easily comparable to some of the top third-party companies. So when they're producing kind of these hybrid figures, are they still classed as knockoffs? Or are they then encroaching on those third-party lines? Now, Alan Chopper Bennett has asked, is there any news on the Alien Attacks Optimus Prime? Now, I have been told that it should be with us by the end of the year. But that being said, I'm not going to hold my breath. At the end of the day, I want a product to come out and I want it to be at its best. I don't want them to try and push it out to try and beat the likes of Unique Toys with their kind of rival product. I just want them to concentrate on it and get it done to a high standard. I think that's a problem with a lot of Transformer third parties at the moment. They try and beat each other out. They try and release something to try and beat a rival third party company. Take Springer, for example. We've had Toy World, we've had Unique Toys, we've had Open and Play, we've now had Fans Toys, we're getting Mastermind Creations, we're getting X-Transbots. That's ridiculous. All we wanted was a Springer. Why didn't they give us other characters that we want. I mean, Hasbro and Takara are taking ages to release any decent Masterpiece figures from Season 1. Why not complete Season 1? Or why not start on Season 3? At least Make Toys X Trans Keith are giving us Season 3 and Season 4 Headmasters. I mean, you're getting people like Fans Hobby. They're giving us Monster Bots. Who on earth would have ever thought we were going to get Season 3 random characters like Monster Bots? I mean, they were in, what, an episode? But they are fantastic. Why are all of these companies trying to compete for the same little space when they've got such a vast array of figures to choose from? Now, something we should really talk about is Toys R Us closing down. A lot of people said it wasn't going to affect the UK and Europe. A lot of the American stores are closing. Now this has actually come across to our side of the pond, and now the Toys R Us stores are going to be closing. That being said, they're closing, but they're getting more stock in. I don't see the logic in that. Maybe they have to clear it. But at the same time, Smith's Toys, in the UK, that's a rival company, kind of like you have Walmart and Target, etc. They are opening more and more stores. I recently went into Toys R Us with my wife. Our store isn't actually going to close. Ours is one of the ones that's going to be remaining open. And I went through and looked at some of the Transformer toys to try and buy my son some for Christmas. There is no wonder people go the KO route or buy from online retailers. We had a leader class figure in Toys R Us for £60. £60, that's like $80 for a leader class. That is insane. Masterpiece Bumblebee is still shelf warming at £60. £60 for a Masterpiece Bumblebee. I could buy 3 KO Bumblebees for that price and still have change in my pocket. Now, CJ Jones has asked, do we think Takara are at risk alienating fans with their Masterpiece line? Personally, they've told us they are going to do all of Season 1, including the mini-bots, but at the same time they're going off on tangents. They're giving us Dinobot. Don't get me wrong, Dinobot looks amazing and it's a great character, but that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for what is in essence a Voyager to Leader class figure. Yes, I'm sure the transformation is black magic, but so was Unique Toys Perikill. That's a fantastic figure. Takara price? Unique Toys price? Surely they don't have to get licensing for a dinosaur. I'm pretty sure they're not trademarked, but I could be wrong. And they're giving us all sorts of repaints. Do we really want 1,000 repaints? I mean, take the new 7-Eleven Ultra Magnus Optimus Prime thing. Give the fans an MP10U like the KO companies did. Don't give them an MP10U with 7-Eleven plastered all over the side. And yes, I do think they are alienating their fans somewhat. Hasbro and Takara kind of have the pick of the bunch. Take Bad Cube, for example. They released a very good interpretation of Sunstreaker, and Hasbro and Takara say, there's ours. Boom. Hundreds of them suddenly appear over on eBay and Facebook groups. So it's tit for tat. I think they can always improve on what the third parties have done. Gauge interest, for example. Third parties are doing this. We'll deliver this. Hence their Dinobot, I guess. Third parties don't really seem to be doing that many of the initial Beast Wars characters. Yes, we've had Perfect Effects do a very good copy of Optimus and now Primal Prime. But I honestly think Takara have the pick of the bunch. Now, I know KOs are a bit of a taboo on this channel, hence I've made my KO channel. But at the same time, I've had a lot of people complain to me about these pricing issues. People are going the way of the KO just because they can't afford the original. I mean, in that instance, yes, I guess Takara are alienating their fans, but it's all the licensing. A KO company doesn't have to pay any of that licensing. They just bootleg that product. They don't have anything to worry about. Takara having to pay the likes of Porsche, Lamborghini, Datsun, Nissan, whoever. They're going to have to pay those licensing, royalties, etc. KO companies don't have any of that to worry about. One thing I would just like to bring up. We've recently had Zeta Toys release some of their aerial bots. We're now having Fans Toys showcase and preview some of their aerial bots. Now I know we have some Fans Toys loyalists, which is absolutely fine, but what camp are you going to be in? Are you going to wait until both sets have been finally released before making your decision? Personally, I've already jumped on the Zeta Toys bandwagon. They are fantastic figures for the price. Realistically, I think I'm going to be able to purchase most of Zeta Toys Superion for the price of Fans Toys Silverbolt. I imagine that's pretty much how it's going to go, but at the same time, you know what you're getting with Fans Toys, don't you? Guaranteed, very true to animation version of their characters. Now, I'm sorry I've waffled on somewhat in this Transformers. Had to try and cram a lot into this little segment. A lot of you have asked me about sponsorships and how you, the viewer, can help this channel. Personally, the channel's doing okay. We do alright. I do recording twice a week. Rest of the time, I'm a dad, so that is a full-time job. Believe me. But yes, I get to film twice a week. I get to cram in as many videos as I physically can. I still have a substantial stockpile of back orders from store credits, etc. But it's going okay. I was looking at starting up a Patreon. It's been put on hold slightly. I was going to do it at the end of this year, but Patreon seem to be a bit up in arms at the moment about what they're doing with their lives. They seem to want the pledgers to pay the admin fee. They've announced today that they're now taking that back, but I want to wait until they've actually made a definitive answer on what they're doing before I start up. I mean, you don't have to donate. Like I said, the channel is plodding along on its own, but if you do want me to push out more reviews, then feel free. When the pledging starts, there will be perks such as early content, backstage content, and sweepstakes as well, once certain tiers get hit. But we can talk about that in the new year. Until then, I need to buy myself some more equipment, so I will be putting a few items up on eBay. I will include a link in the description here below. I'm trying to keep those items as cheap as possible, and they will be available on the global shipping program as well. I can't guarantee how much the shipping will be using that program, but they should be available on there nonetheless. I have tried to make the prices as physically low as I can. I just need some money to invest in a secondary camera, because this one keeps going wrong. So it keeps overheating. I'm using it too much, I guess. Sorry. If you do enjoy my content and would still like to throw any De Niro my way, I do still have my coffee pot open. I have a coffee account, again linked in the description below. That is basically a $3 tip as and when anybody thinks, Ben, you worked your ass off doing this one. There's a lot of editing gone involved. There's a lot of filming gone involved. Thanks, you've helped me decide not to get that figure, or you've helped me decide to get that figure. Merry Christmas. So that's the only reason the coffee account is there. If people don't want to donate in the new year to the Patreon, then the coffee account will also be there if I do something absolutely outstanding and you think that deserves a coffee. Sorry about the audio in this video. I've got a new shotgun mic set up as well, and it's not brilliant. My lapel mic got damaged. The wire actually got caught in the tripod and it just severed. So I'm trying to use this shotgun mic and it's angled directly at me. I'm like 2 foot away from it and I'm still getting a lot of reverb, which is not really overly professional, but at the same time, you can hear me. Sorry guys, sorry, it's a bit tinny, but you get the idea, the news has come across, so do with it what you will. I shall see you face to face again just after Christmas, when I shall be doing a top 10 of my KOs, a top 10 of my third parties, and a top 10 video of my official products of the year. Until then, stay tuned for more awesome content. I should still have a link to my KO channel, which is actually doing fantastic. It's actually got over 2,000 subscribers already, which is fantastic. It took me ages to get that with Benscollectables. The link is up here somewhere if you hit the information button, or I've also included a link, boom, just over here. And of course a link to my latest review, which is the Fans Hobby Power Master Prime. Or Super Genrai. Fantastic figure. Very, very robust. Thanks for watching Talk Transformers. Until next time, from myself and the rest of the Collectables household, thanks for watching. Goodbye.